Well, hello there, fellow internet people and friends and everybody. How's everybody doing today? Hey, I have to look at my watch still what day of the week it is. It's Tuesday. A nice sunny day here in Sharpsburg, Georgia at Mike's Magic Auto Detailing and Paint Enhancement, showing that. People yell at me when I forget to show my business card, so there we go. There we go. There we go. If you're on Facebook, hey, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Make comments as I go along here. Make some comments, ask questions, make criticisms, whatever you feel like you need to do or say. They tell me that any of that activity helps me out. And if you're watching on YouTube or you decide to go over to my YouTube channel, consider hitting that subscribe button so that you will get notified of future videos and updates. There's a couple people watching. I have no idea who they are at the moment. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? And you're like, why is Mike sitting in his house staring at a photograph of a tire? And that would be an obvious and logical question. But what I was going to do was give everybody that might be interested a quick update on the Duplicolor tire paint. And this is a practice tire that a neighbor, hey Mr. Moore, that's a practice tire that a neighbor gave me about a month or a little better ago so that I could experiment with different tire coatings. And I did not do a video, a before video, or if I did, I can't find it. But I did take some photographs. So consequently, we're looking at a couple photographs of that day. And this is the tire in the condition it was when he brought it to me. Don't know how old it is. Don't know nothing about it except it's a tire. But this was how it looked when I got started on it. And this is when I put my foaming agent on there to clean it off. I'll show you all that stuff and what equipment I used in order to do that in a minute when I walk outside. And this next one, that was after all that, and I dried it and all that with my dryer. And I had put one coat of that Duplicolor tire paint on there using a microfiber applicator pad, just because when I do it on a car, I don't want to use the spray because you get overspray on the vehicle and the wheels, and it's fairly easy to get off, but I prefer not having to deal with it. It's just extra time and effort that I choose not to do. And this photograph here was after I put a second coat of it on there. And I'm telling you, it just took a minute or two and it dried to the touch. No oily or slicky feel or anything after it dried. It dries very quickly. And they also sell a clear spray that you can spray over this if you want a higher gloss than what this gives you. I personally don't know that I see the point. And I'm sure that that would also extend the life of this coating. But I wanted to show you these before photos since I didn't do a before video, or if I did, I can't find it. So now we'll turn. I'm going to walk outside. Bear with me, folks. Bear with me. I don't have all that high technological abilities. And what I was going to show you is the stuff that I've been talking about that I use on tires, engine bays, and carpet, and a lot of stuff. It's called FBomb. American Detailer sells it. You have to order this. Not available on the retail market. And when I'm doing certain applications, I put it in this Marolex foaming sprayer. This stuff is designed to foam, and this is what they call a foaming sprayer. Probably the best sprayer, pump up sprayer in the world. Oh, the wind's coming up, blowing all my stuff over. A little bit pricey, but well worth it. They are extremely durable, and they're very good. I'll just show you on this old trash can here what it looks like when you see how that stuff foams. And when you put it like on a tire, an engine bay, or any, basically it's really helpful on these vertical surfaces like your tires are when they're mounted on the vehicle. That stuff will sit and dwell, and it clings, so it helps with your process. There's only one place in the United States that you can get these. One place and one place only, and that's Dallas Paint Protection and Luxury Microfiber. You have to look them up on the internet. That's the only place you can get one of these in the United States. They're not available on the retail level. See how that does? Wind's blowing so hard, but you can see how it foams. And this is a foaming sprayer. It comes with several different tips, which are inside here. Very handy. They make several different sizes and variations of that, and I'm going to get some more of these. And they also make this spray bottle. Hey, Miss Lisa Cowan Brown. I always get tongue-tied trying to say all that. This is one of their hand sprayers. It is designed specifically for acidic liquids like wheel cleaners, stuff like that, high pH factor cleaners, and it holds up to that stuff. Whereas your everyday sprayers that you get at Home Depot, Kroger, any of those places, Walmart, they won't last but a couple of uses when you put, those highly acidic cleaners and high pH cleaners in those spray bottles. They'll deteriorate up here, and first thing you know, they stop working. I've been using this one about 6 months, and in this particular one, as you can see, I've written on there, that's my paint decon. Very, very strong stuff. Very, very strong stuff. But you can see how that foam has eaten away. And that's what I used on this tire, that American Detailer, to clean it with. And then I used the Duplicolor tire paint. And hey, Miss Stephanie, and you can see this thing's been sitting right here all that time for a month, a little bit better. It's been rained on, the sun's been beating down on it, blah, 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 all the contaminants that fall on it and all that kind of stuff. And you can see it still looks very, very good. Of course, it hadn't been on a car, so it hasn't taken that abuse, but I'm still very impressed with this stuff. And what I was going to show you, except the wind blew it off on the ground here. Let me get it back. When a tire's not really dirty, like this one is not, except for what dirt has fallen onto it and the contaminants you've gotten from the rain and that sort of thing. What I do when the tire just needs a quick spiffing off, like most of the time my tires on my car, I'll just take some of this. This is some ONR Optimum No Rinse that I've diluted down to their quick detail dilution rate. I use it to prime pads with. I use it as a quick detailer. But you could just take this when it's, it's just a little bit of dust. And this is in that 360 Mister bottle. And then I just take this is just a junk microfiber towel, I call them. I think these came from Sam's Club. And I just clean all that off. And you're good to go. No need to break out all this stuff to clean a tire off that's not really dirty. Oh, I sprayed some on my phone. But that's pretty impressive stuff right there. It's not very expensive. Comes in an aerosol spray can. And like I say, my recommendation is you put it on with a microfiber application pad. Hell, you can buy some cheap ones at Dollar General, I think, that are very, very cheap. They only last a couple uses, but for the price, you can use them for your tires and then throw it in the trash or whatever. Or you can buy more expensive ones at most of your auto parts stores and places like that. Or you can do like I do and order the better quality ones, and I order them in quantity because I go through so many of them. But hey, I just wanted to update y'all on the Duplicolor tire paint. You know, I don't know that it's going to be my only go-to tire coating, but this is an experiment. I just wanted to see how it's going to hold up, and I'll probably put some on my car just to see how it survives in the real world, on a wheel, on a car, going down the road every day. Although, like I said, this one's been hammered, you know, because it's horizontal. Sun, rain, you know, we've had enough rain. And all the crap that falls in the air and comes down on it, you know, it gets all those contaminants on it, and then the rain comes down, it reactivates those contaminants. So I feel like after a month or so, if it hasn't eaten away this coating at that point, that's pretty good stuff, I think. And I've got some spots where I didn't do a real good job of applying it, but you know, it was the first time I used it, and it may take a time or so before you get it perfect, but I'd say for 98% of us, this would be very good and good enough for us in our cars. And you can see nothing is rubbing off on my hand except for that ONR, which I sprayed on there a while ago. So that's good stuff, folks. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank you very much. That's all I had for today so far. Thank you, Miss Stephanie, for taking care of people. I see there it says you're at RN, is that right? Hard for me to see my screen out here in this bright sunlight. Ooh, get out of that sun, holy cow. But as y'all know, I did a Optimum no rinse on my car the other day using that Ryobi sprayer. You might want to go back and look at that video. That car hasn't had a traditional wash, oh my goodness, 6 months or better. About the only time I do a traditional wash on it is if I'm out, it gets caked in mud or something like that. Otherwise, I use the Optimum no rinse on it because that's all it needs. And it's got a very fine speckle of dust on it right now. I noticed when I went to the store a few minutes ago, probably pollen, which is starting to abate, I think. So I'll probably use just the quick detail ratio of the ONR. Spray a little bit on there and wipe it off. It'll be good. You know, it's a basically spray on, wipe off, walk away product when the car's in this condition. Of course, as y'all may remember, mine's got Optimum Clear Coat Restore on it. It also now has DPC Shield Pro ceramic coating, and over the top of that it has an SiO2 coat topper, as we call it, which makes it so easy to maintain. Makes it much easier to clean up. About the only time, like I said, I get my hose and buckets out is when I'm experimenting on this for some reason, or I've got a customer's car that's really hammered and you got to start from scratch. Okay, folks, I do appreciate y'all. I thank you very much. Goodbye now.